Hey friends! So today we are going to learn all about law of sine, and so we are kind of moving away from the trig things, but sticking with it, but not necessarily on the unit circle anymore. So here we have sine of a over lowercase a equals sine of b over lowercase b, and sine of c, uppercase c, over lowercase c. And so what's happening here is we have angle A, angle B, angle C. Those are my capital letters. And the side that's across from that angle is its matching side. So angle B and side B, angle C, and side length C. And so that's how our triangle is labeled for all of these problems today. And so we're finding side lengths and we're finding angle measures using law of sine. And so a couple of things that I want you to think about. Have we ever solved an equation where there's two equal signs? And your answer to that should be no. You've never solved anything like that before. And so what we see here is that the ratio of sine of the angle measure over the side is equal to all of the other ratios, angle measures to sides. And so we're going to pick two of them. So we could use sine of A, sine of B, sine of C, but we're only going to pick two of them. And so what we need when we're using law of sine is at least one matched set. So we need one matched set. Okay, and so that means if we have angle A, we also need side A. Or we have angle B, we need side B. Or we have angle C, we need side C. We need at least one matched set. And so that's kind of the star this is important. And so this is number one on your assignment today. So we're going to do number one together. And so here we have angles A and its matching side across. So we have at least one matched set. And so we can set up our problem here. So sine of 92, the angle measure, goes inside, over 15 is equal to 28, sine of 28, because that's an angle measure. And then we're trying to find AC. So side AC, which you could also label as side B. So we'll label this or call this B, so we don't have lots of letters to think about here. And so really this is just a proportion. We've solved proportions before, and so that's what we're doing here today. And so when you're solving a proportion, you're really multiplying both sides by both bottoms. Kind of ran out of space there. So 15b, because we don't like fractions, and so this helps get rid of our fractions for us. So on the left side, my 15s divide out, and I'm left with b times sine of 92 is equal to, on this side, my b's divide out, and I'm left with 15 times sine of 28. And so my ultimate goal is to get b by itself, so that means I'm going to divide this side by sine of 92. And so what I can do is I can just type all of this in my calculator. So let's go to Desmos and open the scientific calculator. And so we have 15 times sine of 28, 15 times sine of 28, close those parentheses, divided by sine of 92. And so here, the problem asks you to round to the 10th place today. And so 4 does not make us round up, so we will call this 7.0. And we also need to include units here. And so what you're going to type in to go formative is 7.0 yards. And so this side length here is 7.0 yards. Which makes sense because a larger angle measure is going to have a longer side. A smaller angle measure is going to have a smaller side. So what I want you to do is go try number 2.